Hey everybody, it's Candace Cook, and I will be giving you a brief overview training of how to proctor for MAP. The ultimate goal is to let you know the simplicity of it, so to help alleviate any stress that you may be having. And those of you that have already proctored before, this will just be a quick review just to make sure that we're all just remembering how to do it, because sometimes we've had a little bit of a break in between testing. So first you're going to go into nwea.org and you will go into login, and then you're going to go to map growth. You will be asked to log in. So this is really important. If you are having trouble logging in, please get a hold of me as soon as possible so that way I can help you out in getting in. So you're going to have lots of options that come up. This left-hand side is the side we're going to really focus on. So we're going to go to Manage Test Sessions. You'll click into there. And in the past, if you have proctored before, this is typically where you would find your students and create a testing session for your class. I will already have these built for you just to help save you some time. But we are going to pretend today that we are doing a test class just to show you how we go through proctoring a test. So what I would like for you to do, what you saw me do, is that you're not going to be creating your test session. You are going to go down here and find a saved testing session. So the biggest thing that you're going to notice is that you didn't create these, I created them. So just make sure that this filter says Candace Cook on there, and then all of the test sessions that I created will come up, and then you can find yours. As you click on the test that you would like to administer to your students, you're going to click Test Now. And I would highly recommend that you do this actually before your students arrive, because they will need to have some information from this screen to be able to log in. So you're going to go into test session, and you're going to see your session name populates, and so does your password. This is the information that you would like to have posted so that way your students can log in very quickly. The main way that students are going to be logging in, if they are on a desktop, there should be an NWEA icon on their desktop that they will click into. If you're testing on a Chromebook, if you go down to the bottom left, they will have an application that's available called NWEA Testing. It will take their computer into kiosk mode, and it will ask them to put in their session name and the password. So once they click into that and they type in that information, it'll say waiting to be confirmed by Proctor. So this is the point in time where you can click confirm. You don't necessarily have to have the person's name check marked. You can just do it from up here and it'll automatically confirm the next student. You're going to notice on the Proctor console, you will be able to see if there are any students that are paused, and it will have different areas of how you can find out how the student needed to be paused and the different things that you could offer to that student to help remedy the rapid guessing. Also, if you're just having any issues with students getting started in general, usually you can click here, or say they've started testing and for some reason it logs them out. You can click beside the student's name, select status, and you can actually suspend their test. A lot of troubleshooting that I've ever encountered had to do with the proctor going and changing the status of the student to suspended, and then going back and allowing them to log back in and to wait to be confirmed. That has usually cleared up any constraints that the student was having during testing. One thing I will tell you is there is a button, it's not populated here, but it is called terminated. If you terminate a test, that means that anything within that student's window of time for that specific test will not be valid, meaning that we will not get any data. Even if they started the test, they finished the test, it basically wipes all of their information out. So please never, ever, ever terminate a student, and all will be well. You can pretty much do any other option on here, but please never click terminate. Another piece that I want to be very upfront about is this environment needs to be very much of resembling STAR testing. As soon as the students come in, it is a quiet environment. It is not a lot of getting up, nobody roaming the room. It is literally a testing environment. And making sure that you keep that environment as a testing environment, it will show the seriousness of the test and that you are taking it seriously as well. You're going to also notice the fall administration that we are doing right here. You will not see any accommodations for students. We do not have the access to add oral accommodations for students. We actually like to have the student just take it base level. If they had no accommodations, what would it look like for them? And then in the winter and the spring, we do offer those accommodations for those students that have that as an accommodation for their 504 or their IEP or their for their SPED paperwork. So one thing is, the last thing that I've created for you is a map, a Norwood MAP website. And so if you are having any problems troubleshooting, or you're trying to remember which day we're testing, this is a website that I will be distributing out to you that has the calendar to let us know which days everybody is testing. And then also right here is the map proctoring and troubleshooting. This video that I'm recording right now will actually be linked right here. And then this is a great doc that has very specific things that you can do to troubleshoot for students. 99% of the issues that need to be cleared could be found in this documentation right here. Also, if you have students that have a resolution issue on Chromebooks, meaning that they've changed the size of their display, you can click Control-Shift-0 all at the same time, and then you will have to shut down the Chromebook, and that should resolve any of the resolution issues that the student was having. On the last piece is when you are testing, at the very end of your testing session, you will have access up here to the bottom, or up at the top, excuse me, to click in session. And basically what that will do is tell you specifically that everybody within your testing session, their tests, even if they were finished, they're finished. If they were not, it will suspend their test, and then we can create a makeup day for them to finish up. So you will click in session, and you will click save and exit. And at that point, you are finished with proctoring that MAP assessment. We will be taking math and reading for K through 5. K through 2 will, or excuse me, K and 1 will be taking the fluency as well. And so I will actually be creating a different video for that. And excuse me, K1 and 2 will be taking that. So I look forward to you guys having an awesome testing environment. And I know that you've been doing great things in the classroom to create strong relationships so they want to work hard for you. If you have any questions after this, feel free to text me even during the testing session. Say I'm not on campus. You can text me or call me, and I'll be more than happy to walk you through anything that you might